Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1-day chart. It was a red day for XRP with no real price movement, but we managed to stay above 60 cents. And let's hope Forbes is right. They're predicting this to be a very big week for crypto. New oil and gold. Crypto is suddenly braced for the most important week after a Federal Reserve powered Bitcoin price surge. So maybe we will see $1 plus for XRP by the end of the month after all. And a lot of people are still betting on that happening. But you know, whenever they give you a time frame, you could expect nothing to happen. Let's hope they're right this time around. And I thought this was a great post coming from Tim Crypto, because this is what I've been saying all along as well. I've been saying this for years. They will manipulate the price at the beginning, and it will take 90% of retail out of the equation. They have created a pattern where over the past 3 bull runs, the price of tokens have come down after the pump, allowing for people to buy back in. And I said it, you know, eventually these cycles are going to break. We're not going to see the same cycles happen time and time again. What's going to break the cycle though? Utility. If utility starts to add value to XRP, we won't see those big pullbacks happening. I already see people talking about pullbacks. I see them saying XRP is going to run all the way up to $100 and then pull all the way down under $10. I just don't see it. And this comes from Xena XRP. Retail will be priced out overnight. A family of 4 spends about $600 on groceries a month, and that's if they are couponing and getting the best deals. XRP at $10 would price majority of retail out. That's what they want. They want us all out so they can control the board. We control a hefty portion of XRP because it was so cheap. So they know they have to buy us out. You know, everybody was expecting that big Federal Reserve buyback on their XRP at $27,500 per XRP. And I always said that would never happen. It doesn't even need to happen because you're going to have people out at a new all-time high. You're going to have more people out at $10 plus. And then once we break above $100, most of retail will already be gone out of XRP. And that's the biggest shakeouts are going to happen on the way up, not on the way down. But you got to expect the unexpected when you're a crypto investor. You can't expect the same cycles every 4 years. That's eventually going to break. This comes from Welshie Outdoors. Correct, TA is pointless in a manipulated market. XRP will not behave like your typical crypto once they flip the switch. Crypto Tank says, I see a lot of chart guys showing fib levels and what XRP can do this run. They will all be wrong. We are entering uncharted territory with XRP. Global adoption. Swift does $5 to $8 trillion in settlements daily. JP Morgan does $10 trillion daily. Market cap doesn't matter. Daily volume does. And you know, a lot of people are also not paying attention to the lockups that are going to happen on XRP. You know, once institutions start buying XRP, they're going to lock it away for years. It's not like they're going to act like retail. Oh, the price is up a couple bucks. Let me sell this XRP. They will lock it away for its actual use case and utility. This comes from Grape Drop. 43 days until October 7th. The 60-day expiry where the SEC could still appeal the district court finalized SEC versus Ripple case. Until then, I think XRP will run sideways. You know, that's what a lot of people are expecting. And I'm thinking that the market's going to turn around. Something big is going to happen. And all of a sudden, Bitcoin's just going to start to take off. And it'll take the rest of the market with it. I think it could happen before October. I think it's going to happen in September with the Fed cutting rates. I think that's going to be the next catalyst. This comes from Zero Hedge. Does it matter to the market who wins the White House? You know, if you look at it in the form of the stock market like they're showing here, sure, it could play a factor in the market. It could play a factor on crypto. Think about it. If Trump wins, I'm sure crypto will pump. But there's no real value there. It's like a buy the news event. What happens after the president takes office in January? That will be where the real value comes from, unless we get crypto regulations first. If we get crypto regulations, then you could expect adoption to start happening and real value starting to pour in. But anything that happens on any given day is usually just the news. And of course, it pumps the price of certain cryptocurrencies. It will most likely, if Trump wins, all of crypto will pump. Because we already know he wants to get rid of Gensler. And the day Gensler leaves office, that will also be a very big day in crypto. Breaking news: United States threatens sanctions against countries hosting Russian banks. Here we go again. You know, the U.S. is not going to learn. They're going to continue with the sanctions. And more countries are going to break away from the U.S. dollar. But at the same time, this puts a lot of stress on SWIFT. And as these countries are pushing away from the US dollar, they're also going to be pushing away from the broken SWIFT system as well. And that's why I see more and more business going over to Ripple. And that's where we get rich as XRP holders. This comes from Smoke. Historically, transformations within the global financial system are slow to materialize. However, with recent sanctions on countries like Russia, these transformations will start to accelerate. The global push to diversify away from the US dollar will be crucial in forcing the implementation of new payment rail alternatives like CBDCs. Remember back in 2022 when Russia announced their CBDC, and I said everything's going to fast track now, and it did. And it's going to continue to accelerate even as we push ahead. Russia plans to issue fully live CBDC for consumers and businesses in 2025, which is in line with Russian cryptocurrency legislation that is expected to facilitate the first international crypto transactions before the end of this year. Now that Russia is pushing to go live with a CBDC, the US has to play catch up. If you see China doing the same thing, the US has to play catch up. We're pushing into the digital age, one way or another, with or without the United States. US to enforce disclosure of all crypto transactions. Remember when they were pushing to change the definition of money when it comes to crypto? It's because they want to track every single crypto transaction that happens in the United States. And that's what that's all about. But you know, they've been tracking crypto for a long time already. This is just going to push for more compliancy from the exchanges. Like I said, we're going to see a bottleneck with the exchanges as well. Don't store your crypto on shady exchanges. Do I think Uphold and Coinbase will definitely be with us going forward? Absolutely. Most likely Crypto.com as well. But there's a lot of shady exchanges out there as well that don't KYC, things like that. those exchanges will most likely fold up along the way. Breaking, mega XRP whale emerges after 99 million token transfer. So you see it right here. According to crypto data tracker whale alert, 99,225,384 XRP worth $61,644,558 was transferred from an unidentified wallet to an unknown new wallet. Some people said that maybe that XRP is going to be utilized for on-demand liquidity. Other people said maybe they're buying now to sell once we break above $1. But you know, when you see all this XRP on the move, it always makes people speculate. Nobody really knows for sure what's going on here, but I'm sure we will find out over time. CBDC success doubtful, UPI already prevalent, says former RBI deputy governor, India. So I like the idea of this. So what they're saying here is if we talk about CBDC vis-a-vis UPI, United Payments Interface, usage of UPI is already prevalent, and I don't see that CBDC serves any special purpose, the former deputy governor said Friday. So think about it like this. If this is prevailing over CBDC, maybe there's not a need for a CBDC going forward. Maybe they will come up with an alternative to CBDC. And it doesn't matter to us as XRP holders, because no matter what they want to use, XRP moves it. It's a bridge asset that can move anything of value. So maybe CBDCs aren't a good idea after all. Maybe they'll come up with something better than CBDC, is what I'm saying. And this comes from Black Swan Capitalist, and I thought this was great because it puts into perspective Ripple's new stablecoin and XRP. He says, interestingly, even emerging markets are turning to financial technologies like XRP and XLM for stability as fiat currencies become unstable, indicating that these technologies are key to stabilizing economies in the future. 50% surge in stablecoin transactions last year. And you see it right here, especially in regions where local currencies remain unstable or whereas access to traditional US dollars remain limited. Now, I said this, think about it like this. In some places, it is hard to get US dollars, but through URL-USD access will be more widespread, strengthening the US dollar. This is also more efficient when using XRP to move it. Any market where there's people that are still unbanked, you're going to see XRP and XLM really excel in those areas early on, because people always have to send money back home. But there's also places where Ripple's new stablecoin can open a lot of doors. It could also strengthen the US dollar along the way. But that's why XRP and Ripple's new stablecoin will complement each other going forward. And a lot of people said, oh, Ripple's new stablecoin is going to be the XRP killer. It's not built to kill XRP. Central bankers wanted to divert the public's attention away from them. Take a listen to this.
It's all about the money supply. It's always about the fuel in the economy. Why people can't get this through their heads is beyond me. But the reason for it, I know. It's the central bankers. The central bankers want to divert the public's attention away from them because they don't want people to look at the money supply, because who's responsible for the money supply? It's the central bankers. So if the money supply isn't behaving properly, and we have either slowdown in inflation or growth in inflation, the central bankers want to put our eyes on something else, and they've been very successful at doing it. They almost have a monopoly on the press, by the way. The press just feeds at the trough of the central bankers.
So think about it like this, right? If the central bankers control the media, control the press, the central bankers right now, what's everybody pushing? What's the media pushing? What's Trump pushing? What's Michael Saylor pushing? BlackRock, Bitcoin. And I think it's because they don't want you looking at the cryptocurrencies that are also going to play a very big factor in where we go from here. Think about what XRP and XLM does and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies do. They fix the current banking system. They are the biggest disruption right now, but they want to keep everybody focused on Bitcoin. And I said there's a problem with that. You know, when there's so much hype like we're seeing right now, that's leading to something that most likely is not good for Bitcoin holders. But we're going to watch the rise of XRP, XLM, and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies as the central banks start moving central bank digital currencies from one to another, from one country to another. They need a bridge asset, no matter what. And what's great about XRP and XLM, they could be looked at as trust layers when it comes to moving money. What I'm telling you is this. You know, you're an XRP investor, always hold XLM as well. It's like double dipping on your investment. Because when XRP moves, XLM moves. And they have a lot of the same ties all throughout the world. But, you know, I think what's going on is they want to keep you looking at the distraction while the disruption is taking place behind the scenes. Bitcoin's the distraction. XRP and XLM is the disruption. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.